Thank you. That was great. First, I need to clarify that there are two Peter Fisks in town. The other is a chiropractor, and many say that this Peter Fisk is just a pain in the neck. So we balance each other out. But I'm here tonight to talk about some cool things that I learned about my family tree and some tips to tell you about how you can research yours. My grandmother, a long time ago, gave me some information about my family tree, and I put it away for a long time and didn't think about it. But I got curious recently and thought maybe now in the age of the internet, I might be able to find out a lot more about it. And I was amazed by the wealth of genealogical data online. Plus, I made contact with relatives that I never knew existed, and they had some incredible old family photos that they were glad to share with me. All the photos in this slideshow are photos from newfound kinfolk. All I knew about my great-grandparents was their names and the fact that he was a minister. Now I know a lot about them, and I have photos of them. And I was surprised to learn that Peter Fisk, this humble pioneer preacher, was also an early electrical inventor who had several patents. I learned that his brother served in the Civil War, so I Googled that, and the first hit I got was Amazon.com, and it was a book with this Union soldier on the cover. Well, it turned out this soldier is Uncle Wilbur, and the book is a collection of his wartime letters. Their uncle Ephraim Fisk had established a free state colony in Kansas in 1857. In that time and place, abolitionists were getting murdered for their beliefs, so he was risking his life for the cause of freedom. Pliny and his family joined Uncle Ephraim a few years later out there. Further back in the direct line, Ebenezer Fisk was a Revolutionary War soldier. William Fisk was one of the 12 jurors in the Salem witch trials, and Robert Fisk was a religious heretic who narrowly avoided being burnt at the stake by Bloody Mary. Now, I got lucky because I got a good head start, and I just happen to have ancestry that goes back to early colonial America, where they kept good records. Now, some people, for a variety of reasons, have ancestries that aren't that easy to trace. But I think they should try anyway, because they might be pleasantly surprised. First thing to do is talk to your elder relatives and find out what they know. Ask them for photographs and other documents, and then begin your search to verify that data and build on it. That's a long slide. You'll also need to choose a genealogical software program. I use and recommend a program called Legacy, but there are several other good programs. For the Macintosh, a lot of people use Reunion. It's very popular. As far as online sites go, a good place to start is Ancestry.com. Members share their family tree data there, and you might even find that a lot of your family tree information is already posted there. But a word of caution, you can't assume that the information posted there is accurate. You have to verify it. Footnote.com has a lot of military records going back to the 1770s, so you can verify your ancestors' data there. And you also may find some other really cool stuff there, like autobiographical accounts in their own hand. Also, there's a site called American Ancestors. That's really for higher level research because it's kind of hard to navigate their database, and it's not for beginners. World Vital Records has a big collection of old newspapers that's great to search. Among free sites, there's a site called RootsWeb that has family trees that you can share, and it also has a great forum for communicating with other people. FamilySearch.org is a good site with census data. Find a Grave is what it sounds like. And there are others. One tip that I've learned is to search for two people's names at the same time, a husband and wife. That way you narrow your search with a cross search and you don't get a lot of irrelevant hits. Also, try different spellings, variations, because our ancestors weren't very big on standardized spelling. Everything should be documented, and reliable records include official birth records, death records, marriages, and census data. You can probably never get 100% certainty, but try for reasonable certainty. You might find unpleasant things in your family tree. I literally found axe murderers, plural, in my family tree. But if you like a good juicy drama, you might be in luck. There are groups that you can join based on your heredity, but like the Daughters of the American Revolution, if you're descended from a Revolutionary War soldier. It takes a time, it's a challenge to document that stuff, but it can be kind of fun too. Advice, always back up everything you've got. Make several copies and store it away safely. It's great to share your data with other people, but always protect your personal information and that of other living people, because you don't want to jeopardize your safety. Why do genealogy? My number one answer to that is to pursue the ultimate question, who am I and where did I come from? It's fascinating, and you'll have a legacy that you can leave your descendants. And you might even also find yourself a new personal hero or role model in your family tree. And I say that's worth doing. Thank you.